So this video is a request from Nicholas, thank you very much, who wanted me to go deeper into semen retention. I mentioned semen retention in many of my previous videos but did not go really in depth because of the abundance of material already on YouTube talking about it. But since you asked, alright, here it is. Hey, what's up Kaiju Pack? It's your boy Kaiju Kong, emerging from the depths of sweet solitude to bring you some more Sigma soul sustenance. Alright, so before going any further, let's establish a consensus on the definition. Semen retention is the practice of not ejaculating, aka not ejecting semen from the body, whether by abstaining from sexual activity altogether or by learning how to reach orgasm without actually firing the gun. This practice has been around since the ancient times. Now, learning to achieve an orgasm without ejaculating is pretty advanced stuff, so for most of us, semen retention will mean not having sex and not masturbating. You gotta admit that orgasms feel good. So why would anyone in the right mind want to avoid them? The reasoning behind this is that the benefits from abstaining must be worth the sacrifice. I myself began this journey a couple years ago after seeing all the benefits that other men claimed to have experienced. Throughout my ups and downs, the longest time I was able to retain was 3 months, and I did notice a pattern of so-called superpowers emerge when I refrained from shooting my gun. Before I list down these benefits, I'll briefly go over what goes on behind the scenes that enables these superpowers. Semen is the basic ingredient to make a human baby. It is a vital component to create another individual life. Therefore, whenever you ejaculate, you are technically giving life away and sacrificing a bit of your own life force and vitality. This equation makes sense when semen is used with the purpose of having a child. But when semen gets thrown in the rubbish or gets flushed down the toilet, it's like you shooting a gun into the ground. What a waste of bullets. It must have felt nice feeling the rat-tat-tat-tat of the gun in the moment, but what the hell was that all for? Nothing. I like to think of it this way. Whenever you ejaculate, right, without the purpose of making a baby, it is similar to lighting up fireworks. The fireworks shoot up into the sky, create a loud bang, and explode in a dazzling display of colors and shapes. Satisfying. Then, the sparks of light descend and fade away into the dark. Makes you want to light up another one, right? Think again, guys. Fireworks are expensive, especially when you take the total cost of even a simple 30-second show. It is equivalent to throwing your money on the ground and lighting it on fire. Spending a few bucks on fireworks for special occasions is fine, but we don't go around setting off fireworks 3 times a day. And that is what it actually looks like for many guys around the world with wasted ejaculation. Aside from the time you waste spilling your seed, semen itself is costly when you take a look at what it contains. Although only 2 to 5% of the semen are the sperm cells themselves, the rest are a host of vitamins and nutrients such as zinc, potassium, calcium, magnesium, amino acids, vitamin C, fructose and glucose among others that provide the sperm with the nutrition and protection to travel all the way and fertilize the ovum, which is the female's egg cell. Every time you ejaculate, you give out all these nutrients. However, when you also consider the extra vitamins and minerals the body uses during the process of manufacturing semen, will you understand how valuable it is. On average, it takes 64 to 74 days for sperm cells to regenerate and mature. That's over 2 months. What good are all the vitamins and minerals you consume on a daily basis if all your body uses it for is to manufacture semen? Remember, you spend when you ejaculate, and then you spend a further 3 or 4 times that first amount when your body regenerates the lost semen. For someone with a well-balanced diet and lifestyle, having to continuously produce semen may not take much toll on the body. However, someone with a less ideal diet or lifestyle may experience a notable decrease in overall well-being. And even with an ideal diet and lifestyle, you may be wondering why you're never getting to the next level in your physical or mental performance. Well, this is the answer, my friend. Ejaculation is the thief in the night, stealing your hard-earned savings. Let's take into account just one nutrient, like zinc. Zinc helps increase testosterone levels, improves workout performance, improves memory and learning, makes you calmer and less irritable, improves heart, skin, hair, and prostate health, and many more. Overall, it's a fundamental mineral for men, and frequent ejaculation means saying goodbye to all those benefits. Now, Add these benefits I mentioned to the benefits of the other vitamins and minerals like magnesium, potassium, and vitamin C contained within semen, and you can see exactly what you're throwing away. Ejaculation is meant to be a selfless act of giving a part of yourself for your future generations. It is not something to be wasted. Additionally, when your sperm is not ejected and used outside the body, it will die, break down, and be reabsorbed to benefit the body internally. When you accumulate all the benefits of the vitamins and minerals within semen, you'll see why those who practice semen retention experience mental superpowers like increased confidence and discipline, an increased state of well-being, decreased depression, increased motivation, increased mental clarity, better memory and focus. Physical superpowers such as increased energy, less hours of sleep to feel well rested, increased stamina, increased muscle growth, thicker hair, a deeper voice, and faster healing and repair of muscle, wounds, and bone fractures. These I have all experienced on my own personal journey. To put it simply, our ultimate goal biologically as a human being is to live on, and we do that through hooking up with a female and making photocopies of ourselves. Whenever we ejaculate, our subconscious primal brain thinks we have accomplished this goal, regardless of where our sperm ended up. However, when we practice semen retention, the primal brain sees this as a sign that females do not find us attractive enough to reproduce with. As a result, it begins recycling the nutrients we consume and transforms us from the inside out in all aspects in an attempt to increase our attractiveness to the opposite sex. This is why physically our skin gets clearer, our muscles develop more easily, and our voice gets deeper, all in an attempt to appear more attractive to females and achieve the goal of procreation. You also become more energetic, more motivated, disciplined, and focused so that when put to good use, you can earn more money or attain a certain level of status. Again, all in an attempt to appear more attractive to females and achieve the goal of procreation. You see, guys, it's that simple. Many men have reported women noticing them more or giving them special attention after they have gone through several days or weeks of semen retention. Call it pheromones, female sixth sense, or whatever. I can tell you from first-hand experience that it does work. Now, if your purpose is to secure a worthy woman to have kids with, then all the better for you, this works. But if you're using semen retention to just attract women in general, then I think you're missing the point here, buddy. Semen retention is meant to be a tool to accomplish your fitness or career goals more effectively and efficiently. If you really can't help yourself with the ladies, it's alright to have your fun. All I suggest is that you at least switch your gun to semi-automatic and shoot carefully one at a time, then go full automatic on anything that moves. If you are currently in a relationship and are looking to begin semen retention, I wish you the best of luck, brother. It will be hard, but it will also be worth it for you and your relationship. Take it from me, I was doing semen retention while I too was in a relationship. In most cases, the girl will end up even more attracted to you, especially if you get into a relationship having already been doing semen retention. Now, why is this? Because initially the girl will think that you not ejaculating is a fault on her part, either because you don't find her attractive enough or she isn't putting enough effort into the sex. This hurts her ego, especially if the other men she has been with reach an orgasm within the first 5 minutes. Immediately, she knows you're different from the other men, so she may ask for sex sooner and try harder the next time, putting moves on you that she hasn't done with other men. The more someone invests into something, the more they value it, right? So therefore, she will value you more. And just because you chose not to ejaculate. Now, Kaiju Kong, stop yapping and tell me how do you achieve this. Alright, I'm gonna spill the beans. Though I'm not so sure if it works for every guy listening to this. It's worth a try though. So, while you're having sex, right? Try starting in positions that are physically demanding on your part where you have all or most of the control, like the butterfly or legs up positions. The aim of the game is to get her to orgasm at least twice or thrice before you do. The more physically demanding on your part, the more muscles are engaged, the longer it usually takes till you orgasm. Here's where the magic happens. When you are about to approach orgasm and ejaculation, slow down and just ravage her with foreplay until the desire to ejaculate fades. After a good 30 seconds or a minute or so, go back to pumping. However, this time, probably you have noticed that your sexual stamina has increased and you can pump and pump and pump for a longer duration before feeling the urge to ejaculate. As you repeat this process of pump and pause, your increased stamina will allow you to go for easier positions where she has the control. Because of course, by this time your abs and arms probably need a break. Just keep going until you either decide to ejaculate or feel too tired to continue. I was able to sustain a session for more than 45 minutes. The girl was beaming like a light bulb. In the end, she'll respect your power and self-control, which are both very masculine traits. Mark my words, brothers, she'll be back for more sooner than later. This is the power of semen retention, guys, in relationships. It's powerful stuff. Now, Nicholas also asked me for advice on how to overcome urges. Urges are a natural thing, my friend. Usually the lack of an urge is more alarming because low libido reflects a problem with your hormones, physiologically or psychologically. In other words, all healthy men have sexual urges throughout the day. You should smile and feel blessed to have these primal urges. Now the question is, how to control them, right? My advice is simple. Just live a busy life. Have things planned and deadlines to keep yourself focused. It is harder for many of us introverts who like staying at home because the temptation to shoot the gun to online material is much more enticing and available. This is why I always make time throughout the day to exercise outdoors and fill my day with objectives that have to be completed. Most of the time, just thinking of how semen retention can benefit me mentally and physically is enough to stay disciplined. Try to fill your life with interesting activities. When you enjoy your life, you're less likely to escape into self-destructive forms of pleasure like masturbation. As a byproduct, having the mentality to live life to the fullest also makes you a more interesting person, which furthermore increases your appeal to other people in general. Now, last but definitely not the least, Nicholas asked for my opinion on what was better, to sleep around or really wait for that special someone. Before addressing this, you must consider what you want in life and what you can tolerate. Because if you can remain focused on self-development and not be distracted by women in your 20s, then do that. That is the best route. But for most of us guys, we need at least some sort of feminine energy in our lives. So for those who do, I'm giving you this advice because this is what I have done and I'm living a super satisfied and grounded life at the moment. I would first suggest slowly digesting red pill knowledge on women and relationships in general from other channels out here on YouTube. I want to emphasize on the word slowly because you can easily get disillusioned from all the shit that you read and grow pessimistic to relationships in general. Remember, the red pill philosophy should be used to know what and how women think and act in order to adapt it to your advantage, not to totally disqualify yourself from the dating market altogether. You'll be able to go into relationships or interact with women in general with your logic fully intact and not open yourself up to being used or manipulated. Step 2. I suggest that after being armed with this red pill knowledge, you are ready to experience your fair share of women. Now, fair share is subjective. This could mean just one girl. Take note though, you don't have to sleep with all of them. The primary objectives of this stage are for you to improve your social skills, get to know what type of woman you want, and just to also have some fun. The more women or experiences you have at this stage. Now, why did I mention experiences separately? Because sometimes one woman can give you the same number of experiences that 3 or 4 women can give you put together. So, going back, the more women or experiences you have at this stage, in my experience, the more laid back you tend to be with women from there on out. It's called been there, done that. In other words, you aren't as desperate for a relationship as guys who have never experienced anything. You are well aware of the benefits as well as the pains of having a relationship, which both benefits you in your focus towards your goals and also makes you more attractive to women because you appear more mysterious and challenging to pin down. Once you're satisfied like I am now, you can focus pursuing your goals 100% without any distractions while still having the social skills and social awareness built through your previous experiences to still capture the heart of a woman that catches your attention. If you like her, keep her. If you don't, politely end things and continue grinding. If you end up never finding the girl of your dreams, at least you've got the money to enjoy your life by traveling the world, experiencing new things, or getting into new projects. Either way, you win. If you have gotten this far in the video, then you have my appreciation and respect, brother. And you should recognize that this same ability to stay focused and patient enough to listen to a lengthy video is a sign of potential success for you. So why don't you pat yourself on the back while you're at it? And also leave a like and share this video to someone you think may benefit from the message. Let me end with this, brothers. My philosophy in life is to live with no regrets. So go out there and experience all the good that this world has to offer you, while making a positive impact in others' lives as well. Living a full life requires a complete and full version of you, physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. And the first step to being a complete you is to cut out people, things, and activities that leech off your energy and vitality, one of which is excessive ejaculation, either through masturbation or sex. On this path of semen retention, you will try and you'll fail, you'll try and you'll fail, but never lose faith in yourself and never lose sight of who you could potentially become. I sound like a broken record by now, but it's worth repeating. Goals over girls, guys. Goals over girls. Saying no is more powerful than saying yes, and cutting things out is often more painful than gaining. As I mentioned in the previous video, you've got to sacrifice the good for the great. Are you willing to take on that sacrifice? If this video helped you in any way, do leave a like and comment your thoughts down below. Also, if you aim to grow to your full potential as a Sigma male, then subscribe to the channel and hit the notification button if you haven't already done so. More videos are on the way. This is the channel where Sigma males level up. We are not just lone wolves or tigers here, we are evolving to become Kaijus, the true Sigma beasts. I invite you to level up with us. And with that, this gathering is concluded. Thank you very much for joining me. Take care, brothers.